What's going on, everybody? Electrician here. Today I wanted to do a settings guide for you. Maybe help you out any way I can on getting your American Truck Sim to look the best that it can look. So, go into your options. This is also depends a lot on your your PC that you're running to, of course. But here's how I have mine done. Full screen mode, have my brightness there, monitor settings, whatever monitor you have, do it. I have the Acer Predator. I haven't had it very long. I really like it. 144 hertz, 1440p. It's pretty sweet. Scaling, this is a big thing. I think it's at 150 by default. You want it to be all the way to 400. That's your max you can get. And that will improve the looks right off the rip. I pretty much run everything in high and ultra. I took color correction off because I have the JBX graphics mod and there's reshaders and everything else they do. They have their own little setup, so I took that off. Reflection scaling, I don't know. I've played around with it. It's at 100 right now. I can't tell that much of a difference. You said high and ultra on all this, and then normal maps, all that good stuff. Audio, I have the turbo turned up a little bit, have the radio volume turned down, traffic volumes down a little bit. This is the music volume that's you're hearing right now. I have it almost all the way down. It's still too loud for me, but I like to have something there. Voice navigation, you want to enable voice. I'll do a mods video, but I have tons of things to choose from with the mod. I can't remember, it's some kind of GPS mod out of the Steam Workshop. But you can go through and preview what you want. Speed warning at none. If you do this is a pretty cool feature. If you do the convoy with your friends or whatever, you can do your Roger beeps. You can select different ones, how you want it to sound. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like to, when you're talking, push to talk through a CB, it kind of sounds like you're actually talking through a CB. I like that. That was a good feature. Backup beeper, I like it off. Rumble strips on the roads when a noise is on. Play sound when game's in background, take that off. Okay. Gameplay. So you can play this game how you want, and I've played it. I prefer to play it as I have a money mod, and so I get a ton of money, and I just customize trucks and do little routes, whatever I want to do. When I first started playing the game, I was trying to play it like a game. You start out, you got to borrow money from the bank and build your company up. Well, I mean, I played like that a long time, and it was good, but I like it better this way now. I have the traffic offenses off, fatigue simulation off, where I don't have to stop. Especially if you're going to do videos on this stuff like I do, you need to be able to not have to rest, I just do little short runs anyway. Job links down. This is all personal preference. It's just how I have my stuff done, how I like it. I think the game's more enjoyable without certain aspects. So continuing on here, trying to think of. I always keep it on skill. You can always select your parking, safe parking, random parking. I leave it on skilled parking because that's my favorite part of the game is being able to, backing trailers in. That's fun, the fun part to me. Random road events up. You can adjust all these how you want. I don't like detours because sometimes it takes you way out of the way. What else? What else? I have a PXN V9 wheel and pedals. I have an 8 shifter It's nothing fancy. I think it was like $180 or something just on Amazon. Just a just your base model, but hey, it does pretty good. I've been using it about a year, and I like it. So you set all that up. Um, Now here's a big one that changed the game for me: braking intensity. I keep it way down because if you keep it at default, man, you barely touch the brake and you're stopping, which is not as realistic. So I turn it way down so it takes some time for me to get the truck stopped, even when I'm slamming on the brakes. Stability's up. Advanced trailer coupling. I'm really not even sure what that does, but I have it on. Um, let's see. This shows it trailer cables. So all the AI and me, it shows the hoses and stuff coming up to the cab from the trailer. I've just been recently doing this. I have automatic engine brake on, so whenever I press the brake, it automatically puts a Jake on, and it's progressive. So if I barely touching the brake, it's in the low Jake, and then medium, and then high Jake. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it like that or not. Right now I'm trying it out. I like it pretty well though. Definitely helps to stop. Your cruise control grid step, you can do that however you want. Like I said, most of this stuff is just all personal preference, how you like to do it. But this might give you a little jump start. And I can't remember, some of this stuff it might already be in gallons by default. I don't know, instead of liters or whatever they have, imperial gallons. The chat, I don't ever really mess with that. Let's see. You can do a lot of stuff in here for your keys and buttons, like my windows. A lot of this stuff, when you on base game, there's not even a keybind assigned to it. Like wipers, was P. I think that's the default. But like close left window, um, I don't have my wheel plugged in right now, but that's why it says joy missing on all these. But I set those to where I don't have to take my hand off the wheel and I can open up my driver's side window. Let's see what else. I mean, there's just so many options. If you get in here and just really play with this stuff, you can set this game up pretty sweet. The walk mode, I don't even know how to use that yet. I haven't really messed with that. Like there was one for the longest time I didn't have a keybind for the trailer brake. So now I put that as on the number pad, the delete on number pad. That way I can do a little pull test before I take off. That's just another little step of realism that you can bring into the game. Little stuff like that. And if you don't want to do that, or you never even think about doing it, leave it off. You can, you know, do all your suspension adjustments and all that. So if you get the game, get in here and just really play with this stuff, because it makes the game a lot more fun and realistic when you set it up right. Your wheel, um, see it's missing because I don't have it plugged in right now. But you can adjust all your sensitivities. The PXN V9 doesn't have force feedback. I want to get Thrustmaster, because then you can actually feel like when you hit a bump, the wheel shakes. Um, you can adjust all kinds of stuff with force feedback. I don't have that yet. Hopefully coming soon. You can spend a bunch of money on this game when you get into, uh, if you get really heavy into it. Thrustmaster stuff's expensive. In here you can adjust your clutch axis dead zone and stuff, which I don't have it plugged in. I wish I did so I could show you, but the dead zone, I have it to where, you know, your clutch range, you barely press it in, and or do you need to push it halfway before you start engaging the clutch, stuff like that. And then here's all your shifter stuff. So when you do, you have to, if you get a wheel, you have to go into the input wizard, and it'll run you through. You have to actually shift your H shifter, and you go to 1, and come out of it, and it will assign it to there. I don't know if it's on this page. I think it's on the gameplay. Sometimes if you get tired of driving the 8 shifter, sometimes I just want to chill in the automatic. You come down here, you can do simple automatic or real automatic. I can't remember what the difference is, or a sequential shifter if you have a paddles on just a wheel. It also helped if you're pulling big loads. Sometimes it's hard to come up a hill that's so steep. If you've been stopped, you can change it over to real automatic mid-game and go back into it, and you can get up the hill and get out of the place you're stuck in or whatever. Because the clutch is really sensitive on especially base game transmissions. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do a separate video explaining how to get all your different DLCs and mods that I have, and just go all through these. But like I said, I'm gonna do a separate video for that because I can talk a while through all this stuff. But anyway, yeah, I appreciate it, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.